Well, hi there, everybody, and welcome to another game. We've got the second game here of the doubleheader. Mets 11-4 now are technically in second place. We're about even, honestly, with the Giants, and it's the Dodgers who have been really taking advantage of everything so far in 1962. This game with the 8:35 starting time is clearly a night game. First night game we've had here at Citi Field, which means that, of course, this is a two-entry doubleheader. Looks like we have a little bit better crowd here, though. We should probably have more of these games at night. There's a ball to Taylor, 1-0. We've got right under 4,000 here, so much for that. This is hit deep to right and just foul by Taylor. 1-1 against Ron Darling. There's a ground ball over to short. Santana on to first. One gone. Darling, 1-0, 4.63 ERA. There's a ball low, 1-0. Swing and a miss there by Callison, 1-1. Callison was the hero in the first game of this doubleheader, 1-2. He hit that home run off of Aguilera in the top of the 10th. 2-2, that misses inside. Mets, so far when they lose, have lost close, and when they've won big. Swing and a miss by Callison, and down he goes. First strikeout for Darling, 2 away, and here's Demeter. There's a strike at the knees. Demeter now hitting 190. He's got that cold symbol by his name there on the roster on the left side, but everybody on the Phillies really is cold. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and down he goes. 2 strikeouts now for Darling. We go to the bottom of the first, and here's Dykstra, who's as hot as you can get, hitting 433 now, 4 home runs. And he's taking the strike. He has as more home runs than Strawberry, as many as Carter. And there's the screwball high from Jack Hamilton, 1-1. There's a ball, 2 inside, 2-1 now the count. Hamilton's 0-1, 6.75 ERA. We like the sound of that. That's high 3-1. And that's over for a strike. Full count now on Dykstra. And that one misses. That'll be a walk. And so up comes Backman. Bob Oldest, I don't know what his arm is like, and that one's fouled away. And that's a second strike, so Backman has to protect the plate. Don't know why you'd pitch out because I'm not going to run. Swing and a miss by Wally. Down he goes. There's one away. Here comes Hernandez. Throw to first. Nothing doing. And there goes Dykstra, and Oldest couldn't get that one out of the glove. Easy steal for Dykstra. He has 11 this season. Runner on at second now, and that's low. 1-1. That's away. 2-1. Golfed foul by Hernandez. 2-2. That's hit over to second base. Good play by Taylor. Throws over to first. Not a great throw. Sievers had to dig down for that one according to the play-by-play. And Dykstra makes third, 2 away. And here comes Darrell, who takes the ball low. And that's a wild pitch. Dykstra will come around to score. Just like that is 1-0 Mets. No hits for the Mets. Already a run. 2 outs. 2-0 on Strawberry. And he hits that one over to first. Kind of an inside-out type swing. Sievers had to run in for that, grabbed it, underhanded that over to Hamilton covering, and Strawberry was there before the throw, and that'll bring up Carter. So Strawberry with another infield hit. He's hitting 343. Carter takes the strike. There's a throw to first. He's back in time. Another swing and a miss by Carter. There's a ball, 1-2. Another ball, 2-2. Throw to first, nothing happening. And that's outside. Full count now on Gary, and that's inside for ball 4. So the walks are starting to harm Hamilton here. He's struck out 1 walk, 2. Up is Ray Knight, who swings and misses at 1. Takes a screwball low, 1-1. That's up the middle for a base hit. This is going to probably score Strawberry. We're going to try to have him score. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. Darrell is safe, and it's 2-0 Mets. Here's Danny Heap now. Runners on at first and second. 2 out. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Fouled away. It's 0-2. And that's just fouled away. 0-2 remains. That's hit deep to left. That's going to be foul. Just barely foul. That's hit over to right field. Clean hit. Base hit. This is going to probably score Carter. No, this throw is going to beat him. No, it gets away from the catcher. Oldest unable to catch that one. And the runners move up, so it's now 3-0 Mets, and this will bring up Santana. I think they're going to call an error there on Oldest. There's a ball inside to Rafael, and a strike, 1-1. And that's spanked foul, left-hand side, 1-2. Low, 2-2. Fouled away, 2-2 it remains. Fouled away again. That's golfed over to center, but he got under it. Now this is going to fall, of course, is asking me this question. That's a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Heap, and he will score as well. And it's a 5-0 lead now for the Mets. Mets, I thought, were going to get out of the first inning pretty quietly, and we've ended up scoring 5 runs. There's a strike to Darling, 0-1, and a ball, 1-1. Outside, 2-1 now to Ron Darling. That's hit deep to left, but out of play, foul. Darling really getting a lot of wood on that one, 2-2. And that's hit just foul down the left field line. He's getting around on this, full count now. And he swings and misses a ball 4, and that's a strikeout for Hamilton. Hamilton has struck out 2. That's kind of an afterthought. You talk about a footnote. We go to the top of the seconds, 5-0 Mets. Swing and a miss by Gonzalez. So the Mets 2-1 so far for this series, as it's 0-2 on Tony. And I tell you, that last game's a real coulda. 1-2 now the count. Mets love playing at home here apparently at night. There's a comebacker over to Darling, who throws the first, 1 away. West Covington now takes a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Swing and a miss again, down he goes. 2 away, 3 strikeouts for Ron. Here's Sievers, who hits a fly ball over to right, and Strawberry will not get there in time. It's a base hit in front of him. It'll bring up Bob Oldest. First hit for the Phillies, and Oldest takes the ball low. And a curve outside. Fastball misses. It's 3-0, and there's a strike. 3-1. Ground foul. Full count now. And there's strike 3. Boy, inside corner. Boy, you know you're hot when you're getting that call. 4 strikeouts now for Darling, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. Mets in control. Here's Lenny Dykstra, and he takes the ball low, 1-0. That's outside, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. Fouled away, 2-2. Up the middle, base hit for Dykstra. Leadoff single, that'll bring up Backman. There's a strike, 0-1. And there's a strike again, 0-2 now. That's low, 1-2. Fouled away, still 1-2. Fouled away again. Ground ball to first base. Dykstra was going with that pitch, so they can only get the out at first. Backman is out, unassisted by the first baseman Sievers. And up comes Hernandez, 1 out. Runner on at second, and there's a ball outside, 1-0 to Keith. There's another ball, 2-0. That's hit through the first baseman, 4-base hit. Here comes Dykstra around, and he will score as this one gets away again from the catcher. Oldest with his second game, or I'm sorry, Callison with his second error of this ball game, and he's thrown 2 that got by Oldest. 6-0 now the score, and here comes Strawberry rolling in the bottom of the second. There's a ball to Darrell, 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Deep, but foul, left field side. 2-2, sorry. Swing and a miss, and down goes Darrell, 2 away. There's Gary. Ball low. Fouled away, 1-1. That's fouled away. He pulled that one, 1-2 now. Yeah, it's a little fly ball over, foul, right field side. Man, that foul, it's out of play. Callison can't get there in time. That hit hung up there for an eternity. Carter hits a fly ball over to center field. Gonzalez has that. We go to the top of the third. 6-0 Mets. Here comes Bobby Wine, who takes the ball outside. And fastball inside. 2-0 the count on Wine. Ground ball over to Knight. Good play. Throws to first. 1 away. Jack Hamilton now. It's a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. There's another strike, 0-2. Ball just misses outside, 1-2. And that's a changeup inside, 2-2 the count. Fouled away, still 2-2. It's a ball high, full count now. That's strike 3 called, 5 now for Darling, 2 away, and here's Taylor. There's a ball high. There's a strike outside part of the plate. 1-1. Low. 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. That just misses. Full count now. And that's ball 4. The curveball misses. For Darling, only the 5th walk he's given up this season, first of the game. And there's a curve low to Callison, 1-0. That misses again. It's 2-0. Swing and a miss now, 2-1. The curveball's in there for a strike, 2-2. That curve outside just misses a little bit too far outside, and he didn't chase it. This pitch is inside and it's fouled away. There's a ground ball over to second, backman on to first, and we go to the bottom of the third. It'll be Ray Knight up there. 6-0 Mets, and this is hit sharply to left field for a base hit. So Knight with the single leading this off. That'll bring up Danny Heap. Everyone's hot. You face the Phillies of 62. Everyone's going to be hot. 0-2 though on Heap. And that's low, 1-2. Hit deep to right field. That has some air under it. That baby's gone. Home run for Danny Heap. 2-run homer makes this an 8-0 lead for the Mets. And George Foster, I say George who? Because Heap has the power. And Danny Heap's now hitting .385 with 2 home runs, 4 driven in. That's where Foster should be. Here's Santana. There's a new pitcher. It's a left-hander, Bill Smith for the Phillies. Santana hits a ground ball over to Demeter at third, who throws to first, 1 away. Here's Ron Darling now. We've had some trouble with lefties as Darling takes a strike. And he blasts this one over for at least 2 over to left center field. So even the pitcher, Darling, has a hit, and that'll bring up Dykstra. Let's see what Dykstra can do. He blasts this one foul. It's 0-1. Backman, who's up next, is going to stay in this game, I think. Fouled away again, 0-2. And there's a slider low, 1-2. Fouled away, it's 1-2 still. And that's on the outside corner, and down goes Dykstra on strikes, 2 away, and here comes Backman. Backman, as you've all pointed out to me, is an atrocious hitter against lefties. It's 0-2 on him. And that's ball 1, 1-2. Low, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and down he goes, and that's kind of what we've come to expect. We go to the top of the 4th. Here's Demeter. Takes a strike from Darling. Fouled away. 0-2. Low. 1-2. That misses. 2-2. High and outside. Full count. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. Number 6 for Darling. 1 away. Gonzalez swings and misses. 0-1. No swing on that one. It's 1-1. That's hit deep to right. That baby's gone. No chance for Darryl. 372 feet away, so the Phillies have one on the board here in this game. It's a 8-1 lead now for the Mets. And that was only 372 feet away, but he hit that in the right part of the ballpark over the bullpen. And here comes Covington, and he takes a strike. Held up on that one. It's 1-1. That's fisted over to right again for a base hit in front of Strawberry. And that brings up Roy Sievers. We're going to go back here to double play depth. Let's see if we can turn one. Strike in there to Roy, 0-1. Ball misses inside, 1-1. That's low, 2-1. It's another strike, 2-2. Strike 3 called, and Dykstra now, or Darling has 7. I don't think Dykstra will strike anyone out. There's a ball. And the second pitch here is fouled away right field side by Oldest, 1-1. That's just outside, 2-1. There's ball 3 inside. And that's called a strike outside corner. I don't know about that call. Full count. Ground ball over to second, Backman on to first, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Philadelphia gets one back. It's 8-1 now, Mets, and here's Keith Hernandez. Phillies have scored only 5 runs in this series against the Mets. Mets have scored, let's see if I can do it, 33 runs. 2-0 now. Hernandez hits a ground ball over to first. Throw by Sievers to Smith for the out. 1 away. Here's Strawberry. And he hits this one deep to center, but didn't get much of it. That's going to be hanging up there for Gonzalez. 2 away. Here comes Gary Carter. That's a ball high, 1-0. I don't know what the attendance was like for the Mets at this time in real life. Ground ball to short, and Wine throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the 5th. Of course, in real life, by this time, the Mets were pretty bad. They were down in the cellar and stuck there. And I think this is around the time that the signs start coming out at the park. 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1 now to Bobby Wine. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher, and Darling throws to first. 1 away. Here's Bill Smith. The signage, of course, an old tradition for the Mets going back to 62. There's a strike. And a ground ball just through first base. Hernandez didn't have much of a shot at that one. There's a base hit for the pitcher, Bill Smith. Fourth hit of the game for the Phillies. And up comes Tony Taylor. Signage, there were a bunch of signs as there's a ball inside. At the 86 World Series, you can find photos of them. It's ball too low. It's 2-0. There's ball 3. 3-0 the count. And there's a strike by Darling. You can see photos of him. There weren't a lot of shots of it, though, in the NBC broadcast of the series for whatever reason. Full count now. And that's ball 4. So Darling with another rare walk. He's walked 2 so far, struck out 7. We'll try again for this double play. I'm not so sure about today, but I imagine that is probably still part of the tradition. 1-1 now the count to Callison. And that's a poor pitch, wild pitch by Darling, and that will have the runners move up. And there's strike 2 now to Callison, 2-2. That's it over to center, and that's going to be in front of Dykstra for a base hit, and another run scores. It's an 8-2 game. And here comes Demeter. So it's all a bunch of noise, I suppose, but we would prefer to get the guys out. There's a low curveball to Don, and a strike, 1-1. That's it over to left field. Good catch there by Heap, and he throws home, but his throw is far too late. It's an 8-3 game. Here's Tony Gonzalez, who takes a strike, 0-1. There's a slider that misses, 1-1. It's fouled away, 1-2. That's low, 2-2. Low again, full count. And there's a swing and a miss. Down he goes. So Darling getting the strikeouts he needs, but has been giving up a couple of runs, 8-3 now. And Knight fouls this one away. You can see as we watch this ball go foul, you can see that the problem that we have are the left-handed pitchers. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. And that's wrapped up the middle for a base hit. Knight says it's not a problem for me. Base hit for Ray Knight. Here comes Danny Heap, 8-3 Mets. Fouled away, nobody out here, bottom of the 5th. There's another strike, it's 0-2. Fouled away by Heap. Swing and a miss, and he looked pretty bad on that split finger fastball. 1 away. Here's Santana, who takes the ball inside. Fouls 1 away. It's 1-1. 2-1. Here's strike 2. It's 2-2. That's hit deep to right, but not quite deep enough, I think. Maybe foul. 2-2 still. Center field. Gonzalez has that one easily. 2 away. Here comes Ron Darling, the pitcher. Has 1 hit, double last time up. 1-1 the count on Ron. Another slider for a strike, 1-2. It's down right field line, but foul. And it's inside, 2-2. It's hit deep to left, but not quite deep enough, of course. Covington grabs that for the out. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Will be Wes Covington up there. Darling has walked 2, struck out 8. He's starting to tire. Probably not going to see a complete game from him as he throws a strike to Covington. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Curveball just low. 1-2. Curve again low. It's low again. Full count. Popped up left field. Heap running. Does not have it. Full count remains. The pop-up, and Knight's going to grab this one. No, Carter will grab this for the out. 1 away. Roy Seaver's up there now. And he takes a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. That's low for a ball, 1-2. Hit over to right field. Foul. Just foul. Man, 1-2. That misses away, 2-2 the count. Ground ball to short. Santana on to first. 2 away. Here is Bob Oldest. 8-3 still Mets. Ground ball to Knight. Throws to first, and that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still 8-3 for the Mets. Here comes Lenny Dykstra. 1 for 2 today. Singled and walked, scored twice, and there's a ball. Foul ball by Dykstra, 1-1. That's low again, 2-1 the count. Fouled away, 2-2. That's high. Full count now on Dykstra. Golfs this one over to left center field, but Covington has that for the out, 1 away. Here comes Wally Backman. And he hits this one over to right field. It'll be Callison who grabs that, 2 away. Bill Smith has kind of shut us down, hasn't he? Up is Hernandez who takes the ball. And that's ball 2 away. Smith is out of gas. Hernandez hits this one up straight to center, and that'll do it. Gonzalez has that one. We go to the top of the 7th. Bobby Wine takes a ball low. It's a ground ball over to Knight. Third baseman throws to first. There's 1 away. Here comes Bill Smith hitting for himself. Interesting strategy. Takes the ball outside. And then fouls 1 away, 1-1. Ground ball to Santana, who throws to first. 2 gone. Tony Taylor now. Hits this one over left field. That's in foul ground. No play for Heap. 0-1. This is hit again to left. Heap comes in on it and makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning now, 8-3 Mets, and it'll be Strawberry coming up. 10 hits for the Mets so far. And there's a strike from Smith, 0-1. There's a pitch away, 1-1. This hit over to left field. That's going to fall on for a base hit for Darrell. Hit number 11 for the Mets, and this might break the spell. Here comes Gary Carter. At some point in time, the Phillies are going to have to take Bill Smith out of there. There's a ball way outside, 1-0. Throw to first, nothing doing. There's a strike inside, generous strike call. There's another one in on the hands, and that was in the same place, called a ball. Ground ball up the middle. Carter with the base hit, and Strawberry will move to third. This has got to be where they make their change. Now Smith stays in there, so Ray Knight comes up, and there's a ball high to Ray. And a slider low, 2-0. It's hit over to right field, and it will fall in there for a base hit. 3 hits in a row for the Mets, 3 singles, and Strawberry scores. It is now 9-3 New York, and here comes Danny Heap. And he takes the ball inside, 1-0. This is inside, it's 2-0. 3-0, and there was a pitching change, by the way. Dallas Green has come into this game, right-handed pitcher for the Phils. And there's ball 4 issued by Green, and Heap goes down to first. That'll bring up Santana. So the Mets are trying to rally again. Here comes Santana, and he hits this one over to right. That's a fly ball caught by Callison and is not deep enough. 1 away. Here comes Darling. Darling stays in the game, takes the ball inside, and a ball low, 2-0. Ground ball to short. They go to second for 1, on to first for the double play, and that does it. Mets get 1 more run in the bottom of the 7th, and we go to the top of the 8th, 9-3 Mets. Here's Johnny Callison. There's a ball low from Darling. And a strike, 1-1. Strike 2 at the knees, 1-2. Fouled away, remains 1-2. Swing and a miss, and down goes Callison, 1 away. Here's Don Demeter. It's a ball low, 1-0. That's hit over to right. Strawberry not going to have a play on that one. That falls in front of him. Up will come Tony Gonzalez. Now, I know that Davey Johnson from time to time would take Darrell out in the late innings of a game. I don't want to. I want to keep the kid in there. There's a strike to Gonzalez and a curve outside, 1-1. Fouled away, it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, down he goes. 10 strikeouts now for Darling. Here's Covington, who takes a strike. Darling's still throwing strikes after all these pitches. Ground ball to first. Hernandez has it, goes to the bag himself. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it'll be Lenny Dykstra to lead it off against Dallas Green. Green has not pitched well in this series, I'll tell you that. Dykstra fouls 1 away, 0-1. There's a ball inside. Green has an ERA of 15, 3 innings pitched, mostly all against the Mets. Fouled away, 1-2. Outside, 2-2. That's a ground ball over to first base. It's going to be Severs, who feels that goes to the bag himself, 1 away. Here comes Backman again. He fouls this one away, dribbles it foul, 0-1, hitting .286. Has popped up, playable. No, he's going to be out of play. 0-2 on Wally. Ground ball third base, and that is booted. Unfortunate for Demeter. 4th error for him at third base. 3rd error of the game for the Phillies. The other 2 were on Johnny Callison with poor throws. That brings up Keith Hernandez. There's no room for error when you're trying to pitch against the Mets. 2 throws to first, nothing happening. There's a ball inside, 1-0. And he holds up on that one. It's 2-0. And off goes Backman. It'll be a close play at second, but no, he's safe. And Backman steals his third. It's 3-0 now, and Hernandez takes a strike, 3-1. And there's ball 4. Curveball misses low. And there's runners on at first and second now for Darryl. Darryl Strawberry hitting .343, 13 RBIs, 3 home runs. He takes the ball low, 1-0. It's fouled away, 1-1. Davey Johnson usually would hit Darryl 5th, but I have him hitting 4th with Carter not hitting as well. 2-1. It's a ground ball over to first. They go to second for 1, but Strawberry beats this one out. Wine had no real play. First and third now for Carter. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. He hits this one deep to left, and it's a beautiful dive and a catch by Covington for the out. We go to the top of the 9th. And the question now is, can Darling do the complete game? He throws a strike to Roy Sievers, 0-1. Darling is up there and pitches, and he's tiring. There's a little fly ball over to right field. Strawberry's got it, 1 away. Bob Oldest up there now. Takes the ball inside, 1-0. And there's a strike, 1-1. Swing and a miss, just dribbled that one foul. It's 1-2. There's a ground ball over to third. Knight to first, 2 away. Here comes Frank Torrey. There's a ball low. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Pretty cool effect there on as Darling misses 2-1 on his face when he pitches. Almost looks like he has sunglasses on. 3-1 now. I think that's inadvertent. Ground ball over to Backman, and he can't get to it, unfortunately, so it's a base hit, number 7 for the Phillies, and that'll bring up Dalrymple. Pinch hitter, hits this one deep to center, and he keeps going, and that's a home run off of Dykstra, 434 feet away. That one got some sort of jet stream underneath it. I thought that was a little fly ball for Dykstra, and instead it ends up being a home run. And so that makes this a 9-5 game, and here comes Tony Taylor. That's what happens when Darling's starting to tire. There's a swing and a miss by Taylor. The ball low, 1-1. That's low again, 2-1. That's high, 3-1. And that's ball 4 low, and that'll bring up Johnny Callison. There's a strike in there, and a ball, 1-1 from Darling. 2-1. I think we may have to take Ron out. 2-2 now the count. And that's high for ball 3. Carter throws to first. No play on Taylor. Ground ball over to second. Backman throws to first. And so Darling does get the complete game. It's kind of ugly, though. 5 runs he gives up, 8 hits. Mets score 9, 13 hits. New York wins again. New York dominated Philadelphia in this series, winning 10-0, 12-0, then losing 4-3, and then winning the final one 9-5. And the Mets have arrived, and this is a good Mets team, and we're going to be competing for first place. With that first loss against the Cardinals 7-4, I had my doubts, but we have shown that we are here to stay and that we belong here. Final score again, 9-5 Mets. I'll see you with another one tomorrow evening. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.